So it is easier to make money now in our time than it was, with our parents and whatnot. The internet is literally a money making machine for those that are confident enough and are out there, create content to the point that you are a content creator and you get paid for it. You have a vibe and a style that makes a lot of people follow you, and you are an influencer, and then you start to make money from it at a young age. I mean, it's not as easy as I'm saying it, but my point is the focus of this conversation is there are more opportunities for wealth creation than there used to be, which cause, well, before we get to the problem, there are more opportunity for wealth creation for the younger generation. So as opposed to how you have to grind, go to school, learn, steps on steps on steps on step before you become, a lot of people in their 20s, 19, 18, early 20s are already millionaires, a lot of money without sense and without proper money education to help them manage and control this world. I think it is a problem that had always been existing, but like for just certain little crops of people, it could just be the footballers. We hear them after they're done playing football for like 10 years, then they go to school to learn how to manage their funds or like get somebody to help them. I mean, Ashraf Hakimi has his mom helping him manage his funds, and some other people had to like trust their parents because like so much money at such a young age. They've not learned the discipline that is required to have a sustainability of this wealth or this money that is coming in. A lot of things can go wrong as a result of this. But one thing that I have noticed that happens to a lot of people is that the lack of self-discovery before the money sort of changes people, or like they've not discovered themselves to a point where they even think that they are changing. It's more of like the money directs or guides them to become something, and it appears that a lot of them are doing this wrong, right? You don't listen to advice. You think you are bigger than the world. You are bigger than everybody. Nobody can talk to you. You become rude. You become arrogant. You look at people that are older than you as if they are nothing because you are the boss, and the list goes on. But it's so important for us. I mean, a lot of us, I think, what kept us grounded is our religious beliefs, like our religious systems, our faith, the faith we practice. Personally, for me, it's what helped me for the most part, because like everything about being humble is already in the fruit of the spirit. So like I just literally need to exhibit or exude all the fruit of the spirit and I'm fine, right? But for a lot of people, they don't have the access to this information or access to these gifts of Christ that some of us do have, and they are doing it wrong. Imagine a child saying that they can't bow their heads to greet an elderly person because of the kind of event, or they don't know this person, or like, I honestly don't know. But I have seen people make money at such a young age that it is their doom, that it led to their doom. There's something that I have come to learn, that destruction for people is different. For some people, it is the lack of that causes the destruction. But some people, it's the abundance of these things that leads to their destructions. So without having to become too scriptural or spiritual in what I'm trying to communicate, I think it's important that we need to consciously watch ourselves and be wary of these things that we can't stop it. there's so many avenues to make wealth right now, and I hope that a lot of us are keen into this thing. But like, as you are keen into it, it's important that you also need to take constant stock. Am I still grounded in the right virtues and values? Am I still guided in the right way? Am I keeping the bad company? Do I treat people right? Do I speak ill, or I speak like a disciplined person? Is there love in me? Do I use people, or I help people? You need to constantly check the virtues that you now display. And it's a lot of work, but I believe that if we can constantly take stocks, for some of us, we can do that for ourselves, and some of us, we need external assistance, like get the help of like a professional to constantly check you, speak to a therapist, speak to a guidance and a counselor, speak to somebody older than you to constantly put you in check, have a mentor, have a guide, have somebody that you answer to, have somebody that is responsible for you, have somebody you are responsible to. It'll keep things around you that is going to keep you grounded. It could be your mom, it could be your friend, it could be your sister. If you have given birth at your early age, it could be your child. But because of the access of opportunities, to these opportunities that are in abundance, do not live on vibes. Do not live on vibes. And I would end with this. Thank you for this episode once again. See you next week.